Reykjavik greets you with a northern wind and the salty breath of the ocean. Here, volcanoes whisper their ancient sagas, and geysers send plumes of steam into a brooding sky. The city feels fragile and defiant all at once, as if it clings to the edge of the earth through sheer human grit and the warmth of the waters deep below. On its narrow streets, bright rooftops glow against the stark mountains, their colors mirrored in the cold stillness of the bay. The glass facade of Harpa shimmers like it's captured the northern lights themselves. Every step here reminds you this is where the forces of nature and humanity meet, learning to exist in delicate balance. Welcome to a city where beauty comes at a price. Interesting facts. Harpa, an architectural beacon. Harpa instantly draws the eye. Perched by the water, it sparkles like a crystal infused with the lights of the northern sky. Its glass honeycomb facade catches the sun, the sea, even the rain, turning them all into a dazzling light show. Construction began in the middle of an economic crisis. Many called it madness. But today, Harpa stands as a symbol of how beauty can rise from hardship. Inside, the walls seem to breathe with the ocean, and music blends with the sound of waves crashing just beyond the glass. Here, art and nature feel like one. Kollaportid, the scent of time. Kollaportid smells like the past. Dried cod hangs beside fermented shark, their scents mingling into a strange but oddly captivating cocktail. Stalls are stacked with old books, vinyl records, and objects rich with history. This flea market feels like a portal into old Reykjavik. In recent years, change has crept in. Vintage sellers have given way to trendy shops and foodie corners, yet the soul of the place lingers. Wandering between the rows, you'll stumble across relics of the past, hand-knitted sweaters, lava jewelry, postcards with yellowed edges. It feels as though every item whispers its own story, the city's street soul. Reykjavik is a living gallery. On the walls of its houses, giant murals of whales and elves stare back at you with wide, curious eyes. Every corner seems designed to make you pause and take in the details. Art lovers flock to Hafnarhus and Kjarvalstadia museums, but the real discoveries are out on the streets. Here, you might come across a sculpture carved from volcanic stone or a fresh mural that appeared overnight. In Reykjavik, art isn't locked away behind walls. It breathes with the city and the wind, hidden people and other worlds. Did you know that nearly half of Icelanders believe in hidden people, the Huldufolk? These mysterious beings are said to live in the hills and stones. Even today, construction projects sometimes pause if workers think they're disturbing their homes. Storytellers are invited in for advice, and decisions are made with care. This isn't just a fairy tale for children, it's a deep respect for the land and its secrets. Icelanders believe the world is more complex than it seems, and not everything can be measured by science. Maybe that's why it's so easy to feel magic on the streets of Reykjavik. Geothermal rituals. After a walk in the biting wind, all you crave is warmth. Locals know just the place, Sky Lagoon. Here, steaming hot water meets icy air, mist curling over black volcanic rock as the ocean roars below. You stand neck-deep in turquoise water, watching the sun sink into the sea. For Icelanders, these baths aren't just about relaxation. They're a ritual of renewal. The heat seeps into your bones and your heart, and with every cloud of steam, your worries seem to drift away. A culinary adventure. Reykjavik knows how to surprise your taste buds. Dill became the first restaurant in Iceland to earn a Michelin star, serving dishes that tell stories of the land, the ocean, and the wind. Each plate feels like a tiny saga. But if you're in the mood for something more casual, pop into one of the street cafes, Skal, Smack Bar, or Otto. The air is rich with the scent of fresh bread and just-caught fish. People gather over beers during happy hour, laughing and watching the rain streak down the windows. The city slows down, bathed in the soft golden light of sunset, and seems to whisper, "Stay a little longer." Myths and realities. Myth. People here are cold and distant. Reality. Reykjavik consistently ranks among the friendliest and safest capitals in the world. Locals may not wear their emotions on their sleeves, but strike up a conversation and you'll find warm, passionate people. They especially light up if you use the traditional patronymic system. Weaving a father's name into your greeting earns instant respect and a smile. Myth. Everything here is outrageously expensive. Reality. It's true, Reykjavik isn't cheap. In 2025, the average tourist spends around $200 to $260 a day. But the city has its secrets. Supermarkets like Bonus and Kronen offer much better prices than tourist shops. Lunches at small cafes and bakeries let you eat well without breaking the bank. And if you stay in an apartment on the city's edge instead of a downtown hotel, you'll not only save money, but also get a taste of Reykjavik's real rhythm. Myth. A dull, lifeless winter city. Reality. In December, daylight lasts just 4 to 5 hours. But that doesn't make Reykjavik boring. Quite the opposite. The city shifts into a slower, softer rhythm. By evening, Harpa's glass facade glows with vibrant lights. Streets are bathed in the warm glow of lanterns. And beyond the city limits, the northern lights dance across the sky. The quiet and the twilight bring a deep sense of coziness and calm. Myth. You can explore everything on foot. Reality. The city center is indeed compact and perfect for walking. But to reach Sky Lagoon, scenic viewpoints, or venture beyond Reykjavik, you're better off taking a taxi or renting a car. In 2025, tourists are making good use of Hop e-scooters for short trips and refill taxis or Uber for longer distances. Myth. You can't get around without a 4x4. Reality. It's true that Iceland's interior F-roads require a 4x4. But the most popular routes, the Golden Circle, Reykjanes Peninsula, and the South Coast, are all accessible in a regular car. In Iceland, the key isn't horsepower. It's keeping an eye on the weather forecast. Myth. Traveling by electric car is impossible. Reality. In 2025, Iceland is a global leader in EV adoption. 60% of new cars are electric, and charging stations now cover almost the entire ring road, spaced every 50 to 80 kilometers. Renting an EV is not only possible, but surprisingly convenient. That said, if you're planning a camper van trip, diesel is still the safer choice for now. The infrastructure for them is more robust. Myth. A volcano could bury the city at any moment. Reality. Eruptions are a natural part of life here, and Icelanders are well prepared. Most volcanic activity happens far from the capital and is closely monitored by volcanologists around the clock. In spring 2025, the Sundhnúkar craters on the Reykjanes Peninsula came alive. Lava flowed across old lava fields, but the airport and roads remained open. And if you want to see molten magma without any risk, Reykjavik's Lava Show lets you experience glowing lava up close, safely. Local norms. Fireworks, December 28th to January 6th. At the end of December, Reykjavik bursts into light. Hundreds of thousands of fireworks paint the sky in just a few hours. Then comes another ritual. Locals gather up spent rockets and boxes, hauling them to special containers. Here, cleanliness is part of the celebration. Tipping, 10 to 15%. Tipping isn't mandatory, but is always appreciated. In restaurants and bars, leaving 10 to 15% is common if you're happy with the service. In cafes and shops, people often leave small change as a simple thank you. Selfies and tripods. At popular viewpoints and inside Harpa, staff may ask you to put away selfie sticks or tripods to avoid blocking others or creating hazards. Alcohol and noise. Drinking alcohol on the street is prohibited. Locals suggest keeping drinks in sealed bags. Loud parties after 10 p.m. aren't welcome either. Police enforce quiet hours to keep the peace. Smoking. Smoking is banned in all indoor public spaces, restaurants, bars, hotels, and even bus stops. Breaking the rules comes with a hefty fine, 5,000 to 10,000 Icelandic krona, around 35 to 70 US dollars. The same restrictions apply to e-cigarettes, hygiene in pools and saunas. Before swimming, you're expected to take a full shower without your swimsuit. This isn't just a formality, it's a sign of respect for others and Iceland's culture of cleanliness. Caring for nature. Stick to marked trails, don't pick moss, and never drive on lava fields. Off-roading fines can reach 500,000 Icelandic krona, around 3,500 US dollars. The motto, "Leave no trace," isn't just a slogan here, it's a way of life. Home etiquette. In private homes, shoes are always removed at the door. Even in formal settings, last names are rarely used. People address each other by first name only. Road rules. Headlights must be on at all times, even during the day. Seatbelts are mandatory for everyone, front and back. The legal blood alcohol limit is 0.02%, which is effectively zero. On narrow bridges, the driver who arrives second yields. As of 2025, digital driver's licenses are officially accepted. Handy for renting a car. Transport and planning. Buses run infrequently, especially outside the city center. For short trips, hop e-scooters and refill taxis are popular options. And most travelers from Europe now need an ETS electronic travel authorization to enter Iceland. Traveler mistakes. Thought, Reykjavik is Iceland. Reality. The city is cozy and compact, but it's only a small slice of the land of ice and fire. Beyond it lie fjords, glaciers, the Golden Circle, and vast lava fields, all just a couple of hours away. To truly feel the scale of Iceland, you'll need a solid plan and the courage to step beyond the familiar. Thought, winter means plenty of sunshine. Reality, in December, the sun shows up for just 4 to 5 hours a day, painting the snow in golden and purple hues. By 3:30 p.m., the city slips back into twilight. It's not a drawback, it's a rare chance to see how a short day creates dramatic, unforgettable landscapes. Thought, the weather's like back home. Reality, in a single hour, calm skies can turn into a storm, snow, and then sunshine again. Icelanders joke, don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes. Your best allies are layered clothing and a mindset ready for anything. Thought, Wi-Fi is everywhere. Reality, the signal is reliable downtown, but beyond the city, it can vanish without warning. Offline maps and a backup battery are essential travel companions. Thought, I need a 4x4. Reality, a 4x4 is only necessary for F-roads and winter routes. In summer, Iceland's main roads are perfectly fine for a regular car. The real key is keeping an eye on weather updates and road alerts. Thought, there are gas stations on every corner. Reality, outside the main highways, gas stations are few and far between. If you see one, fill up. In the north and west, distances between stations can stretch up to 100 kilometers. Thought, I can pull over anywhere for photos. Reality: Iceland's narrow roads and bridges leave no room for error. Stop only at designated parking areas. It's safer for you and everyone else on the road. Thought: I can book everything on the spot. Reality: in summer and during the Northern Lights season, accommodations and tours get snapped up fast. Book as soon as you've got your plane tickets to avoid being left with no options. Thought: roads stay open in winter. Reality: snow, ice, and fierce winds can close roads for hours at a time. Here, roads have a life of their own, and your best strategy is patience and keeping a close eye on forecasts. What's truly worth seeing? Sunrise over Tjörnin. Tjörnin, the lake in the heart of the city, feels alive. Its surface is a mirror, reflecting the spire of Hallgrímskirkja and the faint silhouettes of distant volcanoes on the horizon. Here, where water meets stone, the morning light paints everything in soft pink and golden tones. A gentle breeze ripples the glassy surface. The calls of ducks mingle with the creak of old wooden benches. The city wakes slowly, and you feel like you're quietly watching its first breath. Sun Voyager and the Northern Lights. This steel ship sculpture on the bay's edge stretches toward the horizon, as if yearning for unknown worlds. It's a frozen ode to dreams and journeys. In winter, it's even more breathtaking. When the sky ignites with green and purple ribbons of the aurora, Sun Voyager feels like a real vessel setting sail into the heavens. Standing on the shore, watching lights dance over the black water, it's suddenly easier to breathe. Harpa at night. As the sun sinks into the ocean, Harpa's glass facade comes alive. Its honeycomb panels glow softly, reflecting the city around it. Sometimes it feels like the stars themselves have descended and dissolved into its walls. Walking past, you can't help but pause, to take it all in and listen to the ocean crashing against the rocks nearby. Sky Lagoon. At the edge of a cliff, the water steams and swirls. Hot geothermal currents meet the icy wind, and you feel suspended between two elements. Below, the ocean roars, salty spray mingling with mist, while your body slowly fills with warmth. Here, there's no room for rushing or thinking about to-do lists. Sky Lagoon seems to slow time itself, letting you simply exist. Hallgrímskirkja, inside and from above. From the outside, its tower looks like a frozen waterfall carved in basalt. Inside, a deep, organ-like silence reigns. Your footsteps echo under the high arches as a shaft of sunlight glides across the cold stone. Climb to the bell tower, and Reykjavik spreads out below you. Bright rooftops, shimmering water, and mountains fading into the distance. The city feels like a toy town, yet endless at the same time. Laugavegur in the evening. As night falls, the city's main street glows softly. Shop windows shimmer. Cafes fill the air with the scent of fresh bread and coffee. People stroll unhurriedly, and you find yourself slowing down too. It's easy to melt into the rhythm here, pausing at a bookshop or grabbing a hot chocolate to warm your hands as you wander. Perlan and the viewing platform. Perched on a hill under a glass dome, Perlan is where technology meets nature. From the 360-degree observation deck, the views are breathtaking. Endless ocean to one side, volcanoes and mountains to the other. Below, Reykjavik twinkles in the fading light, while overhead, the sky prepares for another Northern Lights performance. Quiet corners. In Hallgrímskirkja Park, time seems to pause. There are fewer tourists here, more whispers of the wind, and the scent of damp grass. Benches sit quietly by the water as the occasional passerby feeds the ducks. From a distance, the bells of Hallgrímskirkja drift through the air. It's a place for those who want to hear the city without words. Reykjavik is a city of ice and fire, calm and energy, myth and reality. It doesn't try to please you. It simply lives alongside you if you're willing to listen. When you leave, what lingers is the echo of volcanoes, the whisper of wind over water, and one quiet thought. The city didn't just welcome me, it awakened a fire within. Now all that's left is to quietly watch Reykjavik and listen to it breathe.